Hello everyone, welcome back. So today's video is going to be different. This is not a teaching per se, it's a letter, a heartfelt letter that we're writing to parents, to guardians, and this is the reason why I'm writing this letter. Over the years, in talking with young people, in conversing with young adults, and looking back in retrospect to my own experience, I found out that most young people, we do not really know ourselves outside of our, family or environment. I recently spoke to a young adult and she said something that broke my heart. And this is not just something that one person has said, but a majority of them, majorly because of the kind of house they grew up in or the church they grew up in. They are hiding, apologizing for their own existence. And this is not something that just started all of a sudden. This is something that was inbuilt in them because of the environment that they grew up. So today, let's talk about it. What is really the cause of this? Dear parents, you love your children, and that I know, I do not doubt you. And you do things because you feel it's for their well-being. But in the long run, this thing affects who they become. This thing affects their disposition towards life. This thing affects how they present themselves and how they relate with people. What is this thing? All of those corrections, all of those harmful practices that you do not intend to be harmful, but they are affecting your children. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. Right? Training is not controlling. Training is guiding without crushing. Some parents would want to control the life of our children, would want to, detect things that happens in their life, not trusting them enough to, make their own decisions, to become the person that God has ordained them to be. We just want to dictate everything from A to Z. That is not training, that is not guidance. As a parent, your role is guidance. What training actually is guiding without crushing, right? You are not controlling them, you are guiding them. Say in the way he should go. The Bible says, train a child in the way he should go. So that means there is the part where you are showing the child the road, guiding them through that path, not controlling their path, not enforcing them to become anything, right? So teaching them how to become, teaching them, guiding them, showing them the road, and sometimes taking them through that road, but not crushing them in the process of guiding them, right? It's not, stifling their opinions, making them not be able to air their opinions. They don't see themselves outside you. Not that they become adults that are dependent on their parents. I think this one thing that's produced those mommy boy and daddy's girls, or mommy girl and daddy's boys that we have, where as an adult you cannot even make independent decisions. You have to call home, you have to call your mommy, you have to call your daddy. As sometimes they even go to full-blown adulthood, 40 years, married with children, and they still calling mommy, hello mommy, this is what I'm thinking. They don't trust themselves enough to make decisions because you've not given them the leverage to express themselves. That another thing that training is correcting without humiliating. I mean, yeah, your child made a mistake, you don't get to humiliate them. I mean, there was something that happened, one very funny story that happened back then in secondary school. I think the person was in just a 2 at that time. We were already in senior class, and the child used to still urinate in the house, and the mother, puts the wrapper that he urinated in to school. I know you're the mothers this thing is, if I do this, this boy is going to stop urinating. The truth is, he did not help the child. You did not help the child because, of course, course, that boy will get suicidal. So he did not come to school for weeks. Even before he got home that day, the parents, raised the alarm. They were calling people. Have you seen this guy? Have you seen this guy? Have you seen this guy? Because he had to run to hide his face from shame. He was humiliated. Did it stop him from peeing from the bed? Well, I don't know the complete story. Probably he did or he did not. But I mean, imagine the emotional trauma that humiliation has caused that kind of child. It would totally crumble his self-confidence. And I mean, I'm making reference to it today because it's something that we all remember. So imagine him watching this video now, and he knows that, oh, this is, I mean, almost 15 years down the line, and this girl still remembers the story. Do you know what it will do to that child? So when you are trying to correct your children, try to do it without humiliating them, without talking down on their person, without making them feel less of themselves. And this training is discipline without destroying dignity. I mean, this ties to humiliating them. Don't destroy their sense of pride, their sense of dignity. It is not when they are with their friends that you tell them, hey, that is how you don't even know how to brush your teeth properly, or your room is scattered and all of those things. You are crushing their dignity. It is not when they are outside or when they are trying to, especially parents know how to do this a lot, when they are correcting their child in front of their friends. You would be bringing all the bad things they've done, all the errors they've committed in front of their friends. Sometimes they will even go as far as telling their friends, they advise this your friend. Yeah, I will speak, I'm a Nigerian. They advise this your friend. Tell you, and this person that you're saying you should advise me, I am doing 100% better than this person. Okay, maybe like 80% better than this person, but you should advise me. You have crushed my sense of dignity. Imagine if he or she is like the queen bee or the king of their clique, and then the mother just comes or the father just comes and shatters all their steeds, all their big boy, all the big girls. What's this thing in the long run of this thing is that they now want to shrink. They now want to be comparing themselves. A research in developmental psychology consistently shows that authoritative parenting, that is firm but one kind of parenting, produces the healthiest kind of adults. When as a parent, yes, you are firm but you are warm. I mean, there's an African proverb that says when you correct a child with your right hand, you draw him close with your left hand, right? That's authoritative. That is obviously the best kind of parenting, that after correcting the child, maybe you are flogging or whatever method of correction that you are using, ensure that you go back and draw them close to you. Know that, oh, I am correcting you because I love you and because I don't want you, to be what you should not be. But the moment you now move from, using both your left hand, your right hand to, correct, scold, flog, do all of those things, and then there's no warmth, you're driving that child away from you. You are making that child not believe in themselves. You are making that child hate you and also hate themselves, right? You should know, as a parent, you should know how to balance between being firm and being warm. There is authoritarian kind of parenting where you are just correcting with both your left hand, left leg, right hand, everywhere. You're just correcting. No warmth. No, do you know why I flogged you? I flogged you because of this. No explanation, no proper guiding. You are just scolding and making them see the wrong in, themselves. And there's also the permissive, where there is warmth without guidance. I mean, that's where we get the spoiled people that and the day that they go out and people get to correct them, they feel like you're criticizing them too much. So you need to bring in the balance between the balance of authoritarian and permissive parenting. Is called authoritative parenting, where you merge both the authoritarian and the permissive, the rod and the warmth and the love together. That is the best way you can produce healthy adults. So parents, your teenagers need space, to express opinion respectively. Stop shutting them up. Stop making them feel less of themselves. Stop making them feel like they are not enough, right? Affirmation of their strengths. They need you to affirm that, oh, good, I love that you are doing well in this area, but okay, you can, manage. This is how you can manage this area of your life. This is how you can become better in this area of your life. Applaud them, dance with them when the others praise them when they do good. It's not only when they do bad or when they do wrong or fail to carry out a chore that you correct them. Correct them when they do good. When they go out in school, you see your child participating in activities, and you cannot come back home and be like, oh, I love the way you presented that debate. I love the way you carried that discussion. I love the way you ran. Your sporting is this, your activity, your results are excellent. Some parents don't even compliment their children when they, achieve any feats or any milestone. They just look at it and just move on. But the day you do something that is wrong, the day they fail to wash plates on time, you will clip their wings, all corner the top as no, that is not the best thing for your child. Also, correction that preserves dignity. When you are correcting them, ensure that you are trying to preserve their dignity and not make them less of themselves, right? Of course, provide emotional safety. They should be able to talk to you. Parents, if your child leaves your house to probably the university and they're not able to talk to you, it's a problem. It shows that you have planted the wrong seed in them. They should be able to call you to tell you things that is going on in their life and not bottle things up because they are afraid that you're going to criticize them, because they are afraid that you're going to make them feel less of themselves, or so always provide that emotional safety that you can tell me anything. Yes, the story of the girl that was abused, but she couldn't even call home because there's no emotional safety. She knows that her parents is going to scold her. She knows that the church is going to they're going to gossip, so she rather bottle it up and talk to a total stranger than calling home. If your child is in trouble outside and they're not able to call home, they're not calling home as their first contact, there's a problem, right? There's a problem. That means you've not provided that emotional safety. Of course, you should also give them the permission to grow differently from you. Your child is not your clone. Your children are not your clone. I know, there are some things you are not able to carry out as a mother or a father, and you said, oh, this law I'm not reading, or this medicine I'm not reading, my child is going to read it. If they grow up and that is not their passion, give them the permission to grow and express themselves, to grow differently from you. Of course, train up a child in the way he should go. So if you know you want them to love something, start planting the seed early. It's not when they have their own ideology and all of those things that you now want to. You don't start planting seed at their teen age. You start planting it at the early stage. So I came across a video where so this lady was once she had this she was into witchcraft, white witches in quotes. I don't know why we have white witches, but okay, she used to be one of them. I think she was from the US, and then she was giving instances. So she repented and got converted to Christianity, and then she was giving instances of how the people in the other side, they are very particular about planting their seed in children, right? But for we know sometimes we might be very careless. No, leave him, he's a child, leave that one, is all those kind of things. They end up growing to become rebellious, with their own forms of expressions, and then you're not trying to correct this thing when they're already 13, 14, 15, another time it's almost too late. So if you know you want your child to be in a certain way, the Bible said train the child when he's still a child, not when he's becoming a young adult, not when he's in teenage age. As at that time they already have their own forms of expression, and you almost cannot do anything except by prayer. Do you get? So if you know this is me saying that if you know you do not want your child to be rebellious, start planting that seed at their early stage. Start teaching them the right thing. Start teaching them the way they should go. So at their teenage, when they already have friends, they already have sense of dignity and all of those things and purpose, what you are doing is guidance. Oh, do this way, this is how you should do it. And it's strictly guidance and not control. At that point, you can no longer control them. You can no longer enforce things. They've passed the stage of enforcement. It is now guidance. Literally, you are playing advisory role, and it is just advisory role that you can play at that point in their life. So if you know that you want your child to look a certain way, plant that seed in them when they are still 2, 3, 4, 5 years old.